Hi Virgos! Welcome to Golden Truth Tarot. Now let's get started with your May reading. In the first week of May, I see you feeling sad, feeling disappointed. Your intuition has been telling you that something wasn't right, and for some time you were hesitant to make a decision, hesitant and thinking maybe you're overthinking things, maybe it's not really that way. You have waited and waited, and now the truth is going to reveal itself. It's going to come to the surface in the first week of May. It's going to affect different Virgos in different ways because this is a general reading. For some of you, this can mean you finding out about a betrayal from your partner, something that lies, deceit, something that you've been sensing, but it's actually true and it's undeniable. For others, it can affect you in your when it comes to your friends or when it comes to work, especially if you plan to work with someone or if you plan to sign a contract. It can even be a decision that has to do with a personal decision of yours, that you had two options, you made a decision for yourself, and now you will come to the realization in the first week of May that that wasn't the best decision for you. And you will feel disappointed. Some Virgos will even feel harsh on themselves, saying, why I should have waited, I should have done this, I should have made a decision before, I shouldn't have allowed things to escalate to this point. For others, I see a situation that involves a separation, divorce, a divorce that is not finalized. So legally, you might still be married, you might have been separated for a long time, but that betrayal has been affecting you for a long time. It affects how you date, it affects how you interact with others, it has affected you mentally, and you're still carrying that within you. And I see that it's still open, the case is still open, it's not finalized. In the second week of May, you will get some not so good news. Not that you've lost the case or something negative. It's just this, things are going to move very slowly. The date, if you have a hearing date, is going to get postponed. There might be other paperwork that is required from you. And this is happening because Mercury, your ruling planet, enters on May 10th, enters the sign of Taurus. So everything that involves communication, everything that involves paperwork, contracts, anything that involves traveling is going to slow down. And you are in a rush, Virgos, to get everything finalized because this is so unfair, because this is affecting all aspects of your life, especially for those Virgos who have children. I see that you are solely responsible for taking care of your children financially, everything you're waiting to, and the other party is not it's not responsible for anything. They're not holding up their end or their responsibility as a parent. You are the person that is taking care of everything. And at this time, you feel that your life, your situation is so unfair, so unbalanced, so unjust that you can't wait for this process to be completed. Make sure that even if this doesn't apply to you, if there's anything, any paperwork, any legal documents that you have to sign at this time, make sure that you are reading everything very carefully and you're not rushing into any decisions, and everything that you agree to, it's something beneficial for you. This is going to be a very important, because there's something in your life that is going to be unfair, that you're going to feel like this is not fair to me, this happening. And this can be something as simple as, it can affect some Virgos in a very simple way, like in the second week of May, you could be in line waiting somewhere and someone cuts through the line and gets in front of you and finishes first, and you have been waiting there for an hour and a half. Can be something as simple as that you feel like, oh, this was so unfair. Why did this person has to do this? All the way to the furthest extreme, where for some Virgos it can be something as serious as the process of a divorce, going through the paperwork, having to wait, having the date having to be postponed, you having to file more paperwork. It can be something more complicated. So however this affects you, try to be as calm as possible and just understand that some things are going to take time. Now the third week is telling me that whatever this is for you specifically, you are in a desperate need to close this chapter in your life. You want things to be done. When it comes to the couple that are going through this divorce, I see that you have been tolerating so many things, Virgos, and you tend to, especially if you were married and have children together, Virgos, especially women of the sign of Virgos, you tend to be very loyal, very patient. You tend to give chance after chance after chance, because holding on to your family and saving your family and keeping everything together, it's so important to you. You value it so much. And it's clear that whatever has happened between the two of you has been something that is final. There is no going back. There's no trying again, second chances. This is final. You want this to be closed, this chapter in your life. The Death card is telling me that you know within you, within yourself, everything has ended. You just need the legal part to be, the process to be completed, so you can move on and you can feel free and you can go into the next chapter of your life. Now for others, if this situation involves work, or if this situation involves someone from your family, and it's going to feel so uncomfortable in the third week. You're going to not feel the same anymore now, because you feel so disappointed and you can't trust this person. You can't work together with them. Now it's awkward. Now you don't feel like yourself. Now you just can't be around them. If you can afford it, Virgos, this is a time for you. Maybe take this as a sign to potentially look for another job so you can part ways, because there's a need here to not see this person anymore, to just close that chapter and move on with your life. And if you live with them, if you still live with family members, you're disappointed, maybe this is the time for you to be independent and move out and live by yourself. Try to do anything you can to move things in the right direction, to transform this chapter in your life and to be free, because this is what you need at this time, Virgos. Now the last week of May, it's going to be a very emotional week. If you expect someone to apologize to you, it's not going to happen, Virgos. It's not going to happen because they don't have the self-awareness to understand that what they did was wrong. So that part, if you're expecting an apology or an understanding, it's not going to happen for you based on what I'm seeing. So you will, that sense of feeling disappointed, it's going to continue. It's something that you just can't move forward from. You would respect if they would take accountability, but the fact that they don't take accountability, that they continue to act like nothing happened, it's going to affect you even more. And for those Virgos going through the process of divorce, especially having children, I see that you're going to see that the whole process has affected the children. Maybe they will actually express it to you, how sad they are, how disappointed they are, how lonely they feel, and that's going to be even more painful and even harder for you to forgive. You can understand the two of you not seeing eye to eye. Maybe you're just not a good match, but the fact that the other person is not present for their own child, they're not there, they're not taking care of their child, they're not playing their role as a parent, that's something that you can't forgive. So the best thing you can do is to do everything you can to fill up that void that your child might have, because it's going to affect them. They might even feel sick in the last week of May. They might feel unmotivated, they might not feel well, they might you might see some change in them that is showing you that this whole process, it's having a toll on them. Try to be as loving, as kind, as patient as possible, and as I said, try to fill up that void that your child has. Try to be both mother and father, both play the role at this time to give your child everything that they need, because they're the person who they don't have control over anything. If the two of you are both adults and you have made your own decisions and you have come to this conclusion, the child is innocent, is the most innocent person in this whole situation. So make sure that you're always there for them. And I'm saying that because from the oracle of the green oracle, the message for you is stimulation, chilies. I see a lot of anger. Virgos, try to control your temper. You're going to feel very emotional, very angry at times throughout the month of May. We also have this Aries energy, so feeling just impatient, wanting things to happen, wanting things to get done, this desire for this new beginning that is not happening. But remember, in the process, especially those of you Virgos who have children, try to keep in mind that everything that they see you go through, they can sense, even if you're not saying anything to them. If your energy is tense, if your energy is off, if you're angry, if you're irritated, even if you try to pretend or fake that everything is fine, they can feel it, they can sense that you're not okay, and they carry that with them. So make sure you're trying to keep yourself as relaxed, as calm, as human as possible. Based on what I'm seeing, this is something that is going to happen. It's just going to take time. And yes, that Mercury in Taurus is going to slow things down. You just have to give yourself time. Everything is going to be finalized at some point in the near future. Be patient. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, your body, your nervous system, because it affects Virgos immediately in your digestive system, in your stomach, in your gut. All that pressure, all that stress is going to affect you physically. So make sure that you're taking care of your body with when it comes to your nutrition, time you spend in nature, time to relax and channel some of that negativity into something positive, into something that is good for you. I hope all the Virgos that are going through this particular situation, I hope everything gets solved in the best way possible for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.